Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the indomitable Skitz M. Jones, here once again to give you a little insight as to what is happening in my world. It's been an interesting week and weekend thus far, and the weekend is far from over. Let's recap. Well, first off, this week finished out the final week of Clinic 7A in school, which is the last bit of hands-on that we get to do before we go to our chosen electives, which means that next week I will be starting Clinic 7B, which is all computer stuff. That's me on a computer. My sign language is awesome. But anyway, so yeah, we'll be doing computer stuff for about 3 weeks, and then I'll be kicking it over to the Harley-Davidson side where I get to start wrenching on them big boys. So that was that. I got through the clinic with a 90-something%. I don't remember exactly what. So the 4.0 survives. I'm very proud of myself because I never thought I was going to be turning a wrench on anything ever. My parents also did not think that I would be following in my father's footsteps turning wrenches. But here it is, and here I am, and I'm doing quite well at it. Alright, so that's out of the way. Friday night. Get out of class, and as is tradition for a bunch of us in the class, Friday the 13th, we go to a particular tattoo parlor and take part in their Friday the 13th specials. I'm not going to talk too much about that because it was nowhere near as wild and interesting as it was last time. Plus, the person who took on my piece was over their heads on this one, and my arm kind of feels like hamburger at the moment. Wound up getting a little beat up. I'm not going to mention the parlor or the person. I'm not going to badmouth anybody. If you have to know, want to know, in order to avoid such a thing happening to yourself in the future, by all means you can hit me up. But I'm not here to badmouth anybody or anything. It was just because I've seen this person do good work. This was just something maybe a little outside their skill set. But that was Friday, and we're not too worried about that. Move on to Saturday. Timeless Ink tour. Got to go there. Awesome time. Met some groovy people. I've been hyping this thing for long enough, so I'm sure all of you out there are kind of like, dude, we get it. But it was excellent. I had a blast. Like I said, met some groovy people. They're going to be doing another one in, I believe, Tucson, coming up a little later this year. So, keep an eye out for that. Should be groovy. But got to give shout outs to Lacey and all of the Timeless Ink tour girls and the staff and all the artists there. Got to give a shout out to Chris and Beth Wood at Big Chris Art. Got some excellent stuff from them. Very cool. Awesome artist. Speaking of awesome artists, I absolutely cannot say enough good things about Boomer. You can find him on Facebook, Tats by Boomer. Tats by TATZBY, one word, and then Boomer. Dude is awesome. He did a portrait that I've really been wanting for a long time, but I've never felt solid on any of the artists that I usually go to, or I found an artist and then I didn't have the funds, or one thing or another always kept me from getting this, but I finally got it. It's a portrait of my grandfather, and it's awesome. I'm going to see if you can see it on the thing here, but there you go. Awesome. It turned out great. I couldn't be happier. Yes, there is a cat walking behind me. But yeah, so I'm just ridiculously thrilled with how that turned out. It's one of the first of my tattoos that my mom was like, "Wow, good on you." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one myself." But yeah, so I got that and very happy about it. Turned out beautifully. Didn't hurt as bad as I thought it was going to. There were a few points where I I cringed a little, but it was good. It was good. So just again, ridiculously happy with how that turned out, and Boomer is the man, and that's just it. Um, Also have to give a ridiculous shout out to Sean O'Hare, Caleb Von Fleet, and Danny Danger doing their thing with the suspension show. If you've never seen human suspension, it's they take these hooks and they pierce either your back or your back or front. I did that backwards. Your back or your front, and they hook the hooks in, and then they hang you to chains, and then lift you up, and you swing from these huge piercing hook. You have to see it. It's absolutely insane. You can check out any of their Facebook pages. They're all awesome, and I love the beauty in what they do. I'll be honest, I can't imagine doing it myself. It still kind of makes me go but it's beautiful to see. It's amazing. So yeah, them doing the suspension thing was cool. Some other folks I got to give shout outs to, not relating to the Timeless Ink tour. Tattoo Liz and Vanny Vicious, who are both awesome artists, models, people in general. They're just awesome, who have been very kind to me via the internet. Just exchanging words and doing some contest stuff. And so very cool. I appreciate them and all that they do. And then I also have to give a shout out to Porphyria Suicide, who sent me this lovely autographed copy of the Suicide Girls comic book with her on the cover, and a nice little blurb for me there. Very, very cool. I will add that to my comic book collection. Let's see what else. So that was today. I listened to some of the concert that was going on at the tour, but I got to tell you, after last night's festivities, kind of chewing up my arm a bit. I mean, it didn't turn out bad, and I want to come back and clean it up in about a month and do some more with it, and we'll see how that goes. But it's a little that feels raw, and then getting the leg done, and being on my feet, wandering around the tour for, oh man, the better part of like 7 hours, 8 hours, just checking everything out, seeing some of the amazing work that was being done. Some people getting just some beautiful stuff. If I had money and time and the pain tolerance, I would be just absolutely covered. I would run around and get something by everyone, because so much of the art was just absolutely stunningly beautiful. So it was wickedly impressive, and I highly recommend, if you get the chance to go to Timeless Ink tour, because not only is it here in Arizona, it's also going to be on the West Coast and the East Coast. Sorry, Midwest people, my people. I haven't heard of any plans for them to go there, but if you ever get the chance, definitely check it out. Everyone there just wicked cool. Everyone running it wicked cool, and yeah, so that's what's happened thus far. Tomorrow, it's WWE Money in the Bank. I was there last year in Chicago. I will be this year. I will be there. I am stoked. I still love the business, even though it makes me cringe and scratch my head and smack myself in the forehead and go, what the fuck are you? What are you doing? But I love it. I love I love everything about pro wrestling. Well, not everything, but but I still love going to the shows and seeing people ply their craft. So I will be there tomorrow night, and it will be awesome. I would say look for me in the crowd, but you probably will not be able to see me. But I will be enjoying it. So that will be my weekend, and yeah, just chock full of awesomeness. Stuff coming up in the future that I'm wicked excited for. Henry Rollins coming to town. Amanda Palmer coming to town. OTEP coming to town. There's going to be another showing, from what I hear, of Zombies versus Strippers. So I will probably head off to that. Still waiting to hear from I Must Be Dead Photography to set all that up for my upcoming photo shoot thing. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, a lot of really good stuff going on. And I gotta say, coming out here to Arizona, while I do miss all my people back home, I miss y'all. I'm finally finding my groove out here, and it's good. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Love y'all. Peace to everybody. Hope life is treating y'all as well as it's treating me. I will leave you with this final thought. If you remove the negative crap from your life, you will find that there is that much more room for the good shit. And it's something I've been working very hard to discover, and I'm finding it, and it's working for me. And I recommend that to everybody. Just my little philosophical musing for the night. Alright, on that note, I've rambled long enough. Y'all take care of yourselves, and I will catch you later. Peace.